Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatiram Vanachari Yamunatiram Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Giridharadhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatiram Vanachari Yamunatiram Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribon, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribon. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Maybe that's good because I'm going to use my computer. Either one is okay. It looks like it's. Let's have this one. Yeah. The table itself. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tadojaya Mudirayet Nastavrayeshu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. So my name is Gopinath Das. I'm here in the Simhachalam for the first time. I'm very grateful to be here. I've been hearing different kinds of stories. There are Kirtan Melas, Sankirtan festivals here. And it used to be called Nrsimha etc., right? In the past. I have actually been to the original Simhachalam in India, in Visakhapatnam. There's one, the original Simhachalam. You have to walk 1,000 steps to have the darshan. Actually, I've been there 2 times before I managed to come here. But anyway, I'm happy to be here. So we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 21, Conversation between Manu and Kardama. And today is text 25. Actually, it's a little bit my bad luck because I kind of understood that I would be lecturing from the verse 24, but I misunderstood. But I managed to, so I did my major preparation from the verse 24, but I tried to speak something about 25 now. Please repeat. Prajapati Suta Samran Manurvikhyata Mangalaha Brahmavartam Yo Divasan Shasti Sapta Nriva Shasti Saptar Navam Mahim Prajapati Suta Samran Manurvikhyata Mangala Brahmavartam Yodhivasan Shasti Saptar Navam Mahim Prajapati Suta Samran Manurvikhyata Mangalaha Brahmavartam Yodhivasan Shasti Saptar Navam Mahim Prajapati Suta, the son of Lord Brahma, Samrat, the emperor, Manu, Swayambhuva Manu, Vikhyata, well known, Mangalaha, whose righteous acts, Brahmavartam, Brahmavarta, Yaha, he who, Adhivasan, living in, Shasti, rules, Sapta, 7, Arnavam, oceans, Mahim, the earth. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Emperor Swayambhuva Manu, the son of Lord Brahma, who is well known for his righteous acts, has his seat in Brahmavarta and rules over the earth with its 7 oceans. Purport. Sometimes it is stated that Brahmavarta is a part of Kurukshetra, or that Kurukshetra itself is situated in Brahmavarta, because the demigods are recommended to perform spiritual ritualistic performances in Kurukshetra. But in others' opinion, Brahmavarta is a place in Brahmaloka, where Swayambhuva ruled. There are many places on the surface of this earth which are also known in the higher planetary systems. We have places on this planet like Vrindavan, Dwaraka and Mathura, but they are also eternally situated in Krishna Loka. There are many similar names on the surface of the earth, and it may be that in the Boar age Swayambhuva Manu ruled this planet and as stated here. The word Mangala is significant. Mangala means one who is elevated in every respect, in the opulences of religious performances, ruling power, cleanliness, and all other good qualities. Vikhyata means celebrated. Swayambhuva Manu was celebrated for all good qualities and opulences. Prajapati Sudha Samran Manur Vikhyata Mangalaha Brahmavartam Yodhivasan Sasti Saptar Navam Mahim. The Emperor Swayambhuva Manu, the son of Lord Brahma, who is well known for his righteous acts, has his seat in Brahmavarta and rules over the earth with its 7 oceans. Om Gyanathimiranasya Kananchana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasma Shri Karave Namaha Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhaite Grim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurundi Nataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So I beg for the mercy of all assembled Vaishnavas and seniors, both here in the temple room as well as there in the internet world, that I could speak from Srimad Bhagavatam truthfully, pleasingly, and beneficially, especially for my own purification. So this is somewhat challenging verse and purport, especially since it seems that there are so many options to explain what's going on in this verse. But nevertheless, Prabhupada's one of his main points is here about many holy places that are here in our planet Earth, as well as there in Krishna Loka, in the spiritual world. The holy places, they are, in other words, they are called tirthas. I'm not sure what the exact meaning of the word tirtha is. Something like a gateway to the spiritual world, or something like a place where we can get spiritually rejuvenated, at least. So here we are in Simhachalam. This is one of them. By the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, we have such tirthas all over the world now. Little oases, spiritual oases in the material world to get purified from the material influence of material energy. So in India there are lots of different kinds of spiritual places. Even some ordinary places are sometimes named according to the Supreme Lord. Like I spend a lot of time in Sriram Mayapur, and next to Sriram Mayapur is a little bit bigger city called Krishna Nagar. Nagar means city, and Krishna, it means city of Krishna. And we went for one preaching program around that area, and we usually do Harinam, like a parikrama, some kind of parikrama in that area, singing Harinam, and then we have a pandal program, a stage program, where we are presenting Krishna consciousness to the local people. And as we were doing Harinam, we passed one school which was named as Krishna College. So I made a point in my speech there that that's such a wonderful name for a school. Just an ordinary school, just an ordinary college was named, just named after the Supreme Lord. Hopefully Krishna was in the center of that school also. It's a symptom of Kali Yuga, this present age, that we have a tendency to get materialized. Our consciousness is usually materializing so much. So, but in India especially, they have this privilege to name just ordinary things according to the name of the Lord. Like Prabhupada emphasized so much the importance of the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where the story of Ajamila is represented. Ajamila was living a sinful life practically, but because his previous samskaras, he was naming his youngest son Narayan, which is the name of Lord also. And at the time of his death, he was shouting the name of Narayan. He was seeing the terrible Yamadutas coming and dragging him from, dragging him out of his body. So in fear, he was chanting the name of Narayana, only indicating his son. His son Narayana was playing nearby, but so Achamila at that point had a hope that Narayana, his son, would give him some relief from his anxiety when the Yamadutas was taking him out of his body. But nobody else could see the Yamadutas. Only the dying person is usually seeing it. Our temple president, I'm from Finland, so our temple president in Finland was talking with some nurse one time, and this nurse shared her experience in the hospital, that there was a dying man. I think it was a dying old lady, but anyway, the old lady was at the time of her death. She was crying and screaming, "Help me! Hide me from them! Please help me! They are coming!" And nobody else around could see anything. Just this dying lady. Well, obviously we can understand that this dying lady had lived a sinful life, and now the Yamadutas were coming to get her. And in that realm of existence, only the dying person was able to see the Yamadutas coming. So we need holy places and anything connected to Krishna in our life to remind us. Rupa Goswami was mentioning the 5 main things which devotees should live around wherever there is Srimad Bhagavatam recited, in a holy place, at a holy river. Can anybody remember the other 2? Devotees and the holy name. Thank you. So these items are definitely rejuvenating our spiritual life, so that we can get above the pangs created by the material energy. So in Vrindavan and Mayapur, in India there are lots of holy places around, but it is said that both in Vrindavan and Mayapur, all the holy places are situated in these 2. It's not it's so easy for us, of course, to observe this because our conditioned vision, but like if some holy place is mentioned in Vrindavan and we can maybe see one top of the hill or something like that, we don't easily think about the original holy place, that there is so much similarity. That's because we see only the surface of the holy place, that particular holy place area in Vrindavan. But there's a story in Vrindavan. Nanda Maharaj was going to pilgrimage, and Mother Yasoda was baking so many things for his travel, especially those things which are lasting very long, like puris and kachoris and samosas. So Krishna was there, of course, around, and was asking his mother, "Oh, mother, please, Maya, please give me one samosa." And Mother Yasoda said, "Oh no, I cannot give you any because Nanda Maharaj needs them all. Because why does he need them all? So because he is going for pilgrimage, he is walking a very, very long route. Pilgrimage, where is he going? He's going to Prayag. That's very far away. He's going to bathe there in the Ganga river. So Krishna went to talk with Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, where are you going? I'm going to Prayag. And why are you going to Prayag? I'm going to bathe there in Ganga, in a holy river. I need to get purified sometimes because I'm living such a materialistic life, and I need to go to Prayag to time to time purify myself. But that's so very far away. Excuse me, I don't know. I don't remember exactly how the story goes. But Krishna is showing Nanda Maharaj one lake, one kunda. Can somebody remember the name of the kunda? That's okay. Anyway, Krishna and Nanda Maharaj is at this kunda, and suddenly they hear some very loud laughter. Somebody was jumping in that kunda, like very loud, ha 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 ha. And then Nanda Maharaj saw some lady there at the kunda, and he was asking this lady what is happening? Who is this person laughing so loudly and jumping in the kunda? So this lady explains that this person, he's Prayag personified. He has come to Vrindavan to jump in this kunda to get purified. So Nanda Maharaj is a little bit bewildered, and then he sees some other persons doing the same thing. They are jumping into this kunda, and this lady explains that this person is a personified that and that pilgrimage place, and he is also coming here to get purified. And then Nanda Maharaj asks, then who are you? The lady explains that I am Saraswati river personified. I have also come here to get purified. So in that kunda, practically all the pilgrimage places, holy places, they are coming to purified in that particular kunda. Unfortunately, I can't remember its name. So then Pavan Sarovar, yes, Pavan Sarovar, now I remember. Yes, Pavana. Pavana means like Patita, Krishna is Patita Pavana, savior of the fallen souls. So this Pavan Sarovar purifies all the sinful reactions from us. So Krishna then asks, Nanda Maharaj, Nanda, can I have one samosa now? Nanda Maharaj, okay, you can have all of them if you want. So I'm not going anymore. So Nanda Maharaj was very convinced that he doesn't have to go anywhere else for pilgrimage. So we are going, especially we are on traveling with the Harinam Ruchi group, and we are trying to make every place as a place of pilgrimage, holy place, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and in this way purify or benefit as many conditioned souls as possible. We try to stop them individually even to chant the holy name, not only hear it, but also they can participate our kirtan. So we can do this by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada actually still wanted devotees to visit the holy places in India and see the actual culture there. And he tried to convince the Indian government to give as easy access to the devotees as possible, to give them long-term visas and so on. So that the devotees in turn, when they come back, they can become the holy places in the world. There's a wonderful chapter in the first canto of Bhagavatam where Vidura is returning from the pilgrimage tour. He was driven out by Duryodhana from the palace, and then Vidura took a good opportunity to go and visit all the holy places, and where he met Maitreya Muni. And part of the Bhagavatam is the discussion between Vidura and Maitreya Muni. And Prabhupada also emphasizes that as it is said in Bhagavatam, that holy places, they are not just bathing places, but the actual holy activity is there to go and hear from the saintly persons about the spiritual life and get in this way swim in nectarian ocean of transcendental knowledge. There's the verse on Bhagavatam also which explains that those who think of holy places only as bathing places, or thinks himself the body or his place of birth as a place of pilgrimage and so on, those people are no better than cows and asses. So we go to the holy place to rejuvenate ourselves with the transcendental knowledge and the sound vibration of the holy names. So when Vidura comes back, then Yudhishthira very eagerly receives him. If you have read Mahabharata and know about different relationships of different personalities, so Yudhishthira was definitely very eager and very happy to receive Vidura back from his pilgrimage. And he recites one verse in the Bhagavatam. This is first canto, chapter 13, verse 10. Bhavat-vidha bhagavatas tirtha bhuta svayam vibhu tirtha kurvanti tirthani svantastena kadabrita. My Lord, devotees like your good self are verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places in the places of pilgrimage. We can also experience this usually when a spiritual master is arriving to our hometown, home place, home temple. Everybody gets very much enthusiastic. Everybody is doing their services very enthusiastically. It's not an everyday routine anymore, but we are feeling so much joy in the heart. So it, so even to hear that the spiritual master is coming, then everybody is getting very enthusiastic. My spiritual master also tells that because of the behavior of the devotees, they were quite heavy on those days in that particular area. So he was very reluctant to join the temple and become one of them. But when he heard that Srila Prabhupada was coming in that area, he actually immediately joined because he had such a love and faith for Srila Prabhupada. So we can also try to become such holy places personified and learn transcendental knowledge, learn how to inspire people to chant the holy name, and therefore inspire people and inspire ourselves in this way also. Devotional service and the pleasure that we are getting from devotional service, that is also can be considered as a holy place, because it sets our mood in the mood of a holy place. It is also said that actually the holy place is a mentality, not going to a physical place. Sometimes we hear some unfortunate stories that some devotees even who after they have moved to the holy place. Actually, it's kind of recommended that in holy place we visit for a short time to get rejuvenated spiritually and then come back. Because after some time, if you move to a holy place, it might happen that due to our conditioning, we might consider a holy place just an ordinary place and see all the difficult things there in that from that point of view. Like for Westerners, India is a little bit challenging physically. We have so much opulence, like smooth roads, and well, in Finland we have heating systems inside the houses. I see there's a heating system here in the temple room also. But if you go, for example, to Vrindavan or Mayapur in January, and there's no heating system, the whole building becomes like a refrigerator. During the night, the cold gets stored in the elements of the house, and it will stay cold during the day. So in the midday, you could experience that it's warmer outside than inside. So these things are there. So we might consider a holy place as an ordinary place, but still we should go there and go to the holy places for a visit. And what do we do in a holy place? Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And hear transcendental knowledge from the advanced personalities. Then another thing mentioned here in the verse was Swayambhuva Manu with his very good character. So what was just a second. He's called with the word Mangala and Vikhyata. Mangala means one who is elevated in every respect, in the opulence of religious performances, ruling power, cleanliness, and all other good qualities. So saintly persons, they have good qualities, and you need good qualities to get such a position. I mean, like a position of a Brahma is very high position, and not everybody can take such a position. And also it is described how Manu has a great position there. Therefore, such a person has to have good qualities. So we are trying to develop good qualities with our devotional service, our devotional attitude. And when we perform devotional service, we can receive those opulences But we also need to be careful that we are using those opulences into what they are meant for. Like Manu didn't seem to be a completely pure devotee because he has to take a position as a Manu in the material realm. But with devotional service we are purchasing Krishna, so that is not very cheap thing. But we can see from this hierarchy that we can have different levels of advancement. We can see different levels of advancement. That's why somebody is taking the position of a Manu or Lord Brahma or any other high personality. So Swayambhuva Manu has good qualities, and therefore he is celebrated, Vikyata. And as this section of Bhagavatam goes further, Swayambhuva Manu is offering her daughter to Kardama Muni. So Manu sees that Kardama Muni is very qualified person. So and Manu has a daughter. It is said that the daughter inherits the qualities of the father. So so that means that the daughter of Swayambhuva Manu, Devahuti, must have also good qualities. And this is important when you are planning to get married. It's good to think with whom you are getting married. It is definitely preferred that spiritually they are as same level as possible, husband and wife. So, and this we can learn from the story of Maharaj Ambarisha also. When Maharaj Ambarish was performing austerities, his wife was performing austerities with him. So there's a good equal match with the husband and wife. So we have other amazing stories about wonderful characters in Srimad Bhagavatam to inspire us to perform our bhakti very nicely. But whether you are married or not, one should marry Srimad Bhagavatam. And so that we can learn and get inspired from these qualified personalities and qualify ourselves to become a pilgrimage place for the conditioned souls out there, and therefore so that we can perfect our human form of life and also help other people to perfect their human form of life. And and in this way everything in this world becomes auspicious, and we can make this whole world a holy place. Hare Krishna. I can stop there. I wonder if there's any questions or comments. Yes.
This question I guess is often asked, but this verse where you mentioned this verse from Bhagavatam where it says that one who goes to a holy place just to take a bath, the Sayama Gopinath, he's like the cow or an ass. And often the question is, why a cow? Because cow is holy. You know? It's like, it kind of sounds offensive. Why is Srimad Bhagavatam saying that the cow is like a cow or an ass?
Yes. Yes, so the question was, because I referred to that verse that if one thinks of a holy place, just a bathing place, so therefore one is considered to be like a cow or an ass. So why is such a person considered to be a cow? Because a cow is holy. So the cow is considered as a good guy. So why should we consider a cow as a like in this way? Cow is put in the light of being how you say not very desirable. Well, still cow is an animal. uh, all the devas, they do live in a cow, as we can see from those Hindu uh, drawings sometimes. And Krishna is very fond of cows. But still cow is an animal, and animals cannot understand spiritual knowledge. And cows and bulls, they get whipped by their owner, and they can also considered to be representative of being controlled, just as we are controlled by the material energy if we don't surrender to Krishna. And if we don't consider the holy place like for our spiritual elevation, just to go there and bathe, use some soap, and I'm clean, so okay. So that's not very elevated consciousness. And does this help your idea? All right. Anything else? There's a question. How do we know that it's time to go to holy place if we are not purified? Well, there is the system and history resided with this, that I would say, as long as you can be somewhat respectful towards the holy place, so that you try to avoid sinful activities there. If you can do that, then I would say that any time is good. And if there's still some sinful desires or sinful reactions in your heart, then go and bathe in a Ganga river. The history tells that the Ganga river was reluctant to come to the surface of the earth because all kinds of sinful persons go and bathe in her and dump their sins in the Ganga river. So she was convinced to come to the earth, so that also pure personalities will bathe in Ganga to purify it. So if you manage to be respectful towards the holy place, then go anytime. We go to the holy place to get purified. All right. Okay, there's still one question.
Should we try to be more eager to visit the holy place as soon as possible, or should we wait for the blessings and invitation from Vaishnavas?
Yes, I mean, if you are in like you are in a Vaishnava community, then it's good to go there by their mercy. I know a person from years behind, who actually went to pilgrimage, went to Vrindavan uh, without the permission of the temple president. And I mean, the situation was even such that the temple president wrote a form where he explained that the temple is not in not responsible for such and such person to go to a holy place, and they both signed it, and and this person left, and he was experiencing some obstacles there, like even such wild things like he went to a bus, like a public bus, and somebody with a gun came and started shooting in the bus. Uh, Sounds like a wild story, but that actually happened. So if you're in a devotee society like this, then I would wait for the blessings, and everything will be smooth. Go to Vrindavan and Mayapur festivals. That was my first experience in India. That finally our temple president made us arrangements so we can participate these festivals, and everything was good. Is there a question? Uh, is Prabhupada's book also a holy place because Prabhupada has given his information in a form of books? Sure. Uh, mm, so basically, that when we are distributing books, are Prabhupada's books also considered to be a holy place? That was the question, basically. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Prabhupada is there with us in his book form. Prabhupada said that he will live eternally in his books. So, and Prabhupada is a great saint, holy person. So he can make every place a holy place of pilgrimage, and especially the activity which is pleasing Srila Prabhupada very much, book distribution. So he's definitely that can be considered a holy place. Hare Krishna.
I have a question related to the holy dham topic itself. Is there any hierarchy in the holy dham? Because as per my understanding, I thought that ideally all places visited by Krishna or the holy saints should be equal. But I hear many times that Mayapur is for people like fallen souls, whoever can go there, it's very merciful, but Vrindavan is the land for gopis and Radharani, so you need specific approvals to enter there and stay there. So is there a hierarchy in the dhams that we need to follow, or they're all equal?
Is there hierarchy in the dhams, or are they all equal? like Mayapur is called as Odarya Dham, very merciful Dham, and you should go to Mayapur before Vrindavan. I'm not sure if I can say anything more than that. I have also heard that in Kali Yuga, the potency of other holy places they decrease, whereas the potency of Shri Mayapur increases. That's one thing I have heard. But as I mentioned earlier, all the holy places are situated in Mayapur and Vrindavan. And the Krishna Lila and Gaura Lila are considered equal. Mayapur is non-different from Vrindavan. So those are our main holy places. Anything more? Or are we ready for... Oh, there's one more.
So it may sound a little weird, this question, but I have to ask. So, holy place is like some place where Lord resides, right? And as a part of God, God resides within us. So, is it necessary to be in a holy place, or is it more necessary to make out this body temple or holy place? And how to do this? Like, because like going to holy place, or I think this is more important, because all we have is this. All we observe of the world is from this angle. We don't know other person residing here. They all have different perception. But all I have is myself. And isn't it necessary to make ourselves holy than visiting the holy place, or I don't understand this.
So isn't it more necessary to make our own self as a holy place than a visit to a holy place? Well, usually we are quite conditioned in this world. So even though we have a super soul in our heart, but the super soul is the bird who is watching us, and we are picking those sour and sweet fruits from the tree. And the bird the other bird, the super soul, is waiting for us to turn to him. So going to a holy place would be like a kickstart to that, so that holy place would inspire us to turn to the super soul. And that's the whole purpose of our process of bhakti yoga. We do sadhana bhakti so that we can drive our vehicles in the system of becoming a holy place. So the temple is holy place, association of devotees is a holy place, and this is chanting of the holy name means visiting a holy place to attain the holy place mentality. And and that's how we turn ourselves as in a holy place to do by doing these things. Yes, comment. Okay.
In the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhakti Shastikos we have right now, there is said that at the beginning of spiritual advancement or spiritual development, the bhakti in the heart is like a very small fire, but you don't see the fire, there's only smoke. And when you come in contact with more advanced devotees, or you are at holy places, or all kind of things related to bhakti, this fire becomes more. So it's both. It's enriching each other.
Yes, that's a good analogy. Fire is dormant in the wood, but it has to be just kindled, yeah, to make it manifest. And so is our bhakti, but it has to be kindled or revealed from us by the process of sadhana bhakti, association of with the devotees, going to the temple. Kanavakarana Maharaj once said that always go to the Hare Krishna temple. Whether the way there and back takes longer time that you are going to spend there, go to the Hare Krishna temple. Alright, I thank you very much. I guess we can end here. Krantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Prabhu, I just have a small request. Now we are into like the last couple of days of doing short kirtan for breakfast prasad, and at the end singing